till you make it sounds a bit dishonest, doesn't it? But what if I told you it actually works? It's about acting confident before you feel it, showing up before you believe you belong. I get it. A part of you feels uncomfortable, like you're pretending or fooling people. And this is exactly why waiting to feel ready usually keeps you stuck. But here's what's really happening. Your brain follows action, not intention. It learns after your behavior, not before it. When you consistently act confident, your brain starts looking for evidence to match that behavior. It strengthens neural pathways and even calms your stress responses. Over time, what started as acting becomes familiar, and what's familiar eventually becomes real. So, faking it isn't about lying to yourself. It's about actively teaching your brain what confidence and safety feel like. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights. Fake it till you make it. It's a phrase we've all heard, and let's be honest, it can sound a little dishonest, a bit like you're trying to pull a fast one on the world. But what if I told you that this seemingly superficial advice is actually rooted in deep neuroscience, and it genuinely works? The core idea is simple. You act confident long before you actually feel it. You show up to that meeting, that party, that new class, long before you believe you truly belong there. You put on the metaphorical suit of armor and walk into the arena, even when your knees are shaking. And this is where the discomfort kicks in. A part of you, maybe a big part of you, feels deeply uncomfortable. It feels like you're pretending, like you're an imposter just waiting to be discovered. You worry that at any moment, someone's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, we know you don't belong here. We know you're just faking it." This feeling, this imposter syndrome, can be so powerful that it makes you want to retreat, to go back to what feels safe and familiar, even if that place is keeping you stuck. And this is precisely why waiting to feel ready usually keeps you stuck. You end up waiting for a feeling that may never arrive on its own. But here's the game-changing secret, the pivot that turns this whole idea on its head. Your brain learns after your behavior, not before it. It follows your actions, not just your intentions. You see, our brains are incredibly adaptive, constantly trying to make sense of our actions and the world around us. When you consistently act in a certain way, your brain doesn't judge you for faking it. Instead, it gets to work trying to align your internal state with your external behavior. So, when you choose to act confident, even when you're terrified, your brain starts looking for evidence to match that behavior. It starts asking questions like, why are we speaking up in this meeting? It must be because we have a valuable idea. Or, why are we walking into this room with our head held high? It must be because we belong here. This process isn't just wishful thinking. It's tangible neuroscience. Every time you act with confidence, you're strengthening specific neural pathways associated with that state. Your brain begins to rewire itself. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, starts to calm down. Your stress responses, like that racing heart or sweaty palms, begin to diminish in those situations because your brain is learning that you can handle them. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You don't read a book about balance and then magically know how to do it. You get on the bike, you wobble, you might even fall, but you keep trying. You perform the action of balancing, and through that action, your brain learns. Your body figures it out. The behavior comes first, and the internal feeling of, "I know how to do this," comes later. The same principle applies to confidence, public speaking, leadership, or any skill you want to develop. The action paves the way for the feeling. Over time, what started as acting or faking it becomes familiar. You've done it before, you've survived, and maybe you even thrived. And what is familiar to our brains eventually becomes real. The discomfort starts to fade, replaced by a quiet competence. The forced smile becomes a genuine one. The rehearsed lines become your natural way of speaking. The act becomes your identity. Your brain has successfully integrated this new behavior into your sense of self. You're no longer faking confidence. You simply are confident in that context. The role you are playing has become a part of who you are. This is a powerful feedback loop. You act confident, your brain rewires to support that action, which makes it easier to act confident the next time, which further strengthens the neural pathways. It's a positive upward spiral. The initial discomfort is just the price of admission for growth. It's the friction required to break out of your old patterns and build new ones. It's your brain literally building a new reality for you, one action at a time. The problem is that most of us misinterpret that initial discomfort. We think it's a sign that we should stop, that we're on the wrong path. But in reality, that discomfort is the signal that you are right on the edge of your comfort zone, which is exactly where growth happens. So let's reframe this. Faking it isn't about lying to yourself or deceiving others. It's not about being inauthentic. It's a conscious strategy for growth. It's about teaching your brain what a new version of safety and competence feels like. You are providing your brain with a roadmap. You are the pioneer hacking through the jungle of your own self-doubt, and your brain is the cartographer, drawing the new map based on the path you create. You are showing it, through your actions, that this new territory is not only survivable, but a place where you can thrive. You're giving it a lived experience to learn from. So the next time you feel that imposter syndrome creeping in, the next time you feel like you're faking it, I want you to remember this. Don't pull back. Lean into it. Recognize that feeling of discomfort not as a warning sign to stop, but as a confirmation that you are in the process of rewiring your brain for the better. You are actively building the person you want to become, one brave action at a time. It's a proactive, deliberate process of self-creation. Your future self is not something you find. It's something you build. And you build it with your behavior today. So, don't wait to feel ready. Act first. The feeling will follow. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more insights on how to build a better mind and a better life. See you in the next one. Fake it till you make it sounds a little dishonest, doesn't it? But what if I told you it actually works and there's some solid science behind why? Think about it. You act confident long before you actually feel it. You show up to that big meeting, that networking event, or that first day at a new job before you truly believe you belong there. And a part of you feels deeply uncomfortable. Like you're an imposter, a fraud, just pretending and hoping nobody calls you out. You feel like you're fooling people, and maybe even fooling yourself. This feeling is completely normal, but it's also where most people get stuck. They wait to feel ready. They wait for the confidence to magically appear. And that waiting is exactly what keeps them in the same place. But here's what's really happening inside your head. Your brain learns after behavior, not before it. Let me say that again, because it's a game changer. Your brain follows your actions, not your intentions. It's a powerful concept. When you deliberately act confident, when you stand up straight, make eye contact, speak clearly, and take up space, your brain starts to look for evidence to match that behavior. It thinks, hey, we're acting this way, so there must be a reason. Maybe we actually are capable. Maybe this isn't so scary after all. This process isn't just wishful thinking. It's tangible neuroscience. Every time you act as if, you're literally forging and strengthening new neural pathways in your brain. The old pathways, the ones that fire up with anxiety and self-doubt, start to get less traffic. Your brain's stress response system, the fight or flight mechanism that floods you with cortisol, begins to calm down because your actions are signaling that you are in control and the situation is safe. Over time, what started as acting becomes familiar, and what becomes familiar to your brain eventually becomes your new reality. It becomes your default state. So, faking it isn't about lying to yourself or deceiving others. It's a conscious strategy. It's about teaching your brain what safety and competence feel like, one action at a time. You're not pretending to be someone you're not. You're actively building the person you want to become. You're giving your brain a blueprint and then living into it. It's the difference between standing at the edge of the pool waiting to feel warm enough to jump in versus just jumping in and letting your body acclimate. Your brain works the same way. It acclimates to the new reality you create through your actions. Think about the most successful, confident people you know. Do you think they were born that way? Absolutely not. Every single one of them had moments, probably thousands of them, where they had to act brave when they were terrified. They had to speak up when their voice was shaking. They had to take a step forward when every instinct told them to retreat. They weren't faking it. They were training. They were practicing their future self into existence. This is why the phrase, fake it till you become it, is actually more accurate. The making it part isn't a destination you magically arrive at. It's a gradual process of becoming. You don't just wake up one day and have it all figured out. You build it piece by piece, action by action. Each time you choose the confident action over the fearful one, you lay another brick in the foundation of your new self. It's a proactive approach to personal growth. Instead of being a passive victim of your feelings and anxieties, you become the architect of your own mind. So the next time you feel that imposter syndrome creeping in, the next time you hear that voice in your head saying you're not ready, remember this: your brain is waiting for instructions. It's waiting for your lead. Give it the right signals. Act the way you want to feel. Stand tall, smile, engage. Your feelings won't lead the way, but they will eventually catch up to your actions. So, fake it isn't about being a phony. It's about being a pioneer, exploring the territory of who you are capable of becoming. It's teaching your brain what safety, confidence, and success feel like, one brave step at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.